welcome to my stitching corner. My name is Ashley and this is my channel all about cross stitch. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video. Things have just been really busy, unfortunately, and that's just the way life is sometimes. But I've been stitching away. I've been pretty busy with the stitching and just been busy with other things. We've been kind of reorganizing our house, and honestly we've kind of been looking at other houses, if that we've not even been in this house for 2 years and we're house hunting again. Just because with the dog now and everything, it's just she needs a bit more space, and this house is really small and there's not really a whole lot of places in the house that we can like play with her inside if it's like if the weather's bad or whatever and she needs to burn some energy. So like we just need a bit more space, which I know sounds weird considering the fact that we you know, we're only down to 2 people living in the home now instead of 3. So anyway, that's just kind of what's been happening. And just there was a lot going on the last few weeks with finishing up the sale in my mom's house and stuff like that. So like we finally got that cleared and the closing date's the 10th of December. So we're happy to have that finished. But yeah, it's just been like super crazy doing all this estate stuff. I was not, to be honest, I thought my mom had cleared me as her executor and she was going to make the lawyer her executor, but guess that didn't quite happen. So I've been taking on that responsibility. So it's just been a little overwhelming for the last little bit, but we're plugging through it, and you know, hopefully after tax season we'll pretty much have settled everything that needs settled. So anyway, stitching. I've got a few projects here. I have 2 new starts. Don't come for me. One new start is my own doing, and the other new start I'm blaming Nikki at Simply a Stitcher. Nicola, it's your fault. And I know she's fine with that. She's fine with taking the blame for that. But yeah, I've got 2 new starts and some whips. No finishes, because I ain't gonna be finishing nothing for a while, let's be honest. So what we're going to talk about today is obviously my whips. We're going to talk about my new plan of attack for Dimensions December. Not really a plan of attack. I know in my video for Dimensions December, I said I was only going to work on 4 projects and I was going to try to get like a ton of progress done on those 4 projects. However, I have since gone to the vault and like pulled out all of my Dimensions kits and have now come up with a new plan. So we'll talk about that, and then we will also talk about my entire plan, well, my loose plan for 2025. And yeah, so, and there's no haul, there will be no haul. So yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and we will get started. I am full on in Christmas mode now too, by the way. Alright, so the first project that I have to show you guys today, I'm super excited about. I have been loving this project and I've been having a very hard time putting it down. And it is My Strength by Jeff Haney and Heaven and Earth Designs, and that is what this chart looks like. I am stitching this one 2/1 tent on some 25 count easy Count Lugana. And this is where I'm at. I finished the page and I'm so excited. So obviously I finished the first page and I'm like getting my way halfway through the second page. And if you guys can see, I'm gonna just hold it this way. There is the starts of a dolphin there, and that is the, I guess, the first half of a dove, which, you know, I wasn't expecting to see when I was stitching this up. But this is stitching up super quick, and I really love it. I love the colors in it, and I think I'll show you guys in a second here. Larry and I this past week went to Michael's and picked up the rest of the floss that I needed for this project. And like the colors, bear with me, just uno momento. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this case open. Now these are not all of the colors. These are just the colors that we bought at Michael's. I do have some colors that are in my stash that I've yet to pull from my stash to put in here. But just look at this. Oh my god, look at those colors. So many blues and purples. I love it so much. And the one random red color. Like what? Anyway, but the blues, oh my gosh. I love it so much. Because if you don't know, blue is my favorite color, so the color palette just mwah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm super excited about this, and I have actually written down, I'm gonna try to keep track of it now, how far I've come every week with this project. So as of today, strength is at 4.42%, so we're not quite at the 5% mark, but we're almost there, which is actually kind of crazy when you think of 5%, especially for such a huge project like this one. I honestly couldn't tell you how many pages there are to this. I would guess somewhere around like 30 pages. But yeah, I really hope to, despite the fact that I'm doing Dimensions December, etc., 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 my goal for this is to complete 1 page a month moving forward. So from now until the time it's finished, 1 page a month. And if I can do that, I'll have this done in 2 years. So yeah, a page a month or more, depending, because I really want this to be like my focus Aida for obvious reasons, because it's just beautiful. And I can't wait to get to like this portion of this second page, because there's like 2 more dolphins coming in. So I just love how this one's turning out. I love it so much. I'm obsessed. I cranked out like almost 700 stitches on that one day, and I was like, wow. I was very impressed with myself. All right, so I have gone and unzipped like all my plastic bags and things like that, so you guys don't have to listen to that. The next one that I worked on, which was only a little bit, was my Buttons and Beads hummingbird from Mill Hill. And this one didn't see a ton of work, unfortunately, but it saw some. And that is currently where we are at with that one. So a bit more stitching up in the background in here. Some browns and grays and things like that I added as well. So yeah, not too much done on that one. It's one of those ones that it's small, so it's like when I did the bumblebee, like it's small and it shouldn't take me this long, but I just don't know. When I think of stitching, I don't really think of stitching this one. I'm not sure why. I might take this to the library with me tomorrow when I meet with my friend and try to crank some more out on it. All right, the third project that I worked on this week is Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. This one hasn't seen work in a little while. So several floss tubers have already stitched this. Mine is being stitched on Phantom from Picture This Plus in 14 count or 18 count Aida, I'm pretty sure. 16 count Aida. So I have it written somewhere. I will put it in the footnotes below if I'm a little uncertain, but this is where I am with this one now. So if you're unfamiliar with where I was the last time, I had only stitched up until this skull, and at that point he was not filled in, and he still isn't 100% filled in. But I did that, I back stitched him, I did stitch the pumpkin, I stitched the bat, and I started on another pumpkin. So I think after this pumpkin, then it puts me at the corner again for the whole design. So this isn't going to be as large as it was originally charted to be, and that is fine with me. I don't like my pieces to be overly huge, so you know, my heids are going to be big enough and take up enough space on my walls. So, yeah. So that is Sleepy Hollow. I'm trying to put things back where they belong so that I don't have a massive cleanup to do later. I'll save my new starts for the end because that just makes sense. Alright, the next one that I worked on is my Julia the Firefly Princess by Bella Filipina. And there's so much glare, but I want to get there. Some proper visual on her. She's crazy. She's full of so much bling and nightmare thread. And let me tell you, I've learned a very valuable lesson about glow-in-the-dark thread from Kreinik. It's not worth it. Had I known how absolutely awful it was, I would have never started stitching with it. But anyway, lessons were learned, and it is what it is. So this is Julia the Firefly Princess being stitched on, I can't remember. And I don't have the tag on it anymore. I can't remember what this is being stitched on. But I will either add it here or I'll put it in the footnotes below as to what she's being stitched on. But it is a 28 count. I pretty much stitch all of my big fancy ladies on 28 count. Or 25, usually 28. Anyway, this is where she's at now. So if you don't remember from the last time you saw her, I just added in, I'm just going to fold this just a touch here. I just added in this browny yellowy color and some of these stitches here. I think I added some in here, and I added a bit to her hair as well. So she's going to be a big, big girl. But let me just see if I can show you guys some of the bling in her wing. So yeah, that's all either Petite Treasure braid or glow-in-the-dark filament. See that pink stuff there? That is the glow-in-the-dark filament. That is absolute just devil hair. But she's going to be, when she's finished, she's going to be absolutely stunning. And there is also some silks in her as well. This bluey, this is like coral, I think this is Coral Reef from Water Lilies. I love that color so much. But yeah, she's going to be crazy huge. She's a big girl. And I'm excited to be stitching my first Bella. She will not be my last, I don't think. But again, I mean, as far as stitching on something as big and fancy as her, I wanted to use all the called fors for her because she's my very first Bella, and I just, you know, wasn't sure what to expect. But in the future, you know, because she's supposed to be a firefly and she's supposed to glow in the dark and all that, I wanted to have the glow in the dark threads to make her pretty, of course, you know, and to say I did a project that involved that kind of stuff. So, excuse me, in the future I probably won't, just because it's a nightmare to work with. But I really like her, and she will not be my last Bella, that's for sure. Because I actually, crazily enough, I really like Belinda Botanica. I've seen someone in Nicola's Facebook group finish her recently, and she was gorgeous. So I have my eye on that one, but not for a while because I'm on a starting ban. Honestly, oh my god. Okay, all right, so the next start that so these are my new starts. The first one is the one that is fully the responsibility of Nicola at Simply a Stitcher, and that is Ice Cold Wind by Riolis. Now this, funny story to this happened quite a while ago already, but in one of her live streams we were talking about storms and the names of storms, and I guess there was this storm that there was a storm out there with the name Ashley, and so Nicola had decided that I needed a new start just because because the storm had my name, and I was like, don't need to tell me twice, I'll go get one, I'll go get a new start. And she said it had to be like weather related. I'm like, I can do that. I was like, I have the perfect project for that. I'm crazy, just absolutely crazy. We all are though. We all have the ability to be a little crazy. All right, so this is where I'm at on that one. So just literally the start of the wolf there, and this side of the moon, I guess. If this helps a little bit, just to see the wolf. So yeah, not a ton started, but it's a new start, and yeah. Not that I needed another one, however, who am I to say no? And again, like, look at the color palette for this. Like, how can you say no to those colors, really? I could say no to the floss. I really detest this thread. However, I love the image, and it's not really a full coverage, so I'm going to stick with it and do my best to finish it within an acceptable amount of time. I'm just attaching my thread to there on my needle. So that is the new start number 1. And then the second new start is also a bit of haul, which I said I didn't have, but I bought this several weeks ago already as a gift for my husband. Now, Larry loves eagles, and I know I've mentioned that on my channel before, because I am stitching Silent Flight from Dimensions for Larry as well, which is probably going to be I started that project when him and I first got together, and I'm still going, so, but anyways, I found this kit on Cross Stitch Buy and Sell group on Facebook, and it is Bald Eagle by Custom Crafts, which is absolutely stunning. He has no idea that I started it for him, so yay me. I'm just gonna use this as a background. So, I want to say I'm close to, I'm not even pushing a quarter of the way done yet, but I mean, so, I don't know, not really, but that's where I am with it right now. So obviously I've started the eye, and I've done a lot of the background. And this kit calls for the 14 count white Aida, and I am stitching it 2/1 as called for with the DMC. Now, I really should be focusing on this some more, because it was supposed to be a Christmas gift. Ain't no way this is getting done in time for Christmas, okay? And you probably can't see, but there is a bunch of white stitches done here in the eagle's head as well. But yeah, just a lot of grays and whites, and it's a very kind of like a monotonous kind of, until I can get, you know, to this part where there's a little bit more color going on, I'm going to be a bit bored, I think. But I have another whip here. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so I just, I guess the lighting's not as bad as I thought today, but yeah, I really do want to get some more done on this, so I might take this. I was going to take my Mill Hill tomorrow to the library, but I might take this one as well, because I need to get some of this done for Larry, so. And I know he'll absolutely love it when it's done, but he's tried to come into my office a few times when I've had it sitting out, and I'm like, no, you can't go in there, because it's out in the open, and I don't have it hidden, so. Anyway, I know he'll love it, and I just need to haul some butt with it. Okay, and then the last whip that I have today, which is a whip that I obviously forgot to show because it was buried at the bottom of the pile, is my Spellbound by Joan Elliott. which is my lovely witch that I got in the Bump in the Night exclusive box from Polstitches. And I do think I remember being told that she will be available soon in the new year to be purchased on Joan's website as a chart pack. So keep your eyes out for that. She is being stitched on the 28 count Lamplight from Polstitches. That is the called for fabric, and that she is shown on in the cover photo. The needle for this went mysteriously missing this morning, and I cannot find it. It's not on the needle, and I can't find it in my carpet. I can't find it on the floor anywhere. I'm just like, I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, it'll turn up eventually, I hope. But anyhow, some work on her the last few days. And that is where she is at now. So I filled in all of this, this side of her kind of cape looking thing. There's obviously more of that to come, but that's just the top portion that's done, except for obviously the beads and the back stitching. And I also worked a bit in the pink section underneath the black there. That whole pink section is brand new as well. And there's obviously some gray in there too for the second portion of her, like, of her cape type thing. So like, I'm stitching like in here. So yeah, she's coming along really nicely, and I love the fabric and I love her colors, and she just stands out so nicely. And the camera right now is not doing this fabric justice at all, but it's kind of washing it out, honestly. It looks a lot more brown and yellow on camera than it does in person. It's a lot more kind of pink and yellow, pink and orange, you know? But yeah, I really, really love her, and I've been having a hard time putting her down too the last couple days. Between her and my Heaven and Earth, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm obsessed. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been working on, and I'm kind of proud of that progress. I'm more specifically proud of my Haid progress. Like, I definitely stitched more than a page since my last video, so that's impressive to me. Of course, like I said, that's all in half stitch, so it's not as impressive as it would have been if I was doing full cross, but excuse me, my goodness, still impressive nonetheless. So now I kind of want to briefly touch on my Dimensions December, and then we will go into talking about well, this is going to be a longer video, guys, so I really apologize for that. But I know some people don't really mind that type of thing. So we're going to go over this, but I have to pause and like get my stuff together so I can show you guys what's going on. And then we will talk about my 2025 plans. So be right back. Okay. Fasten your seatbelts, kids, because we're going for a ride. So I have two giant piles here of stuff, because I'm insane. But why the hell not, right? It's Dimensions December. Why not go crazy? All right. There's 31 days in December, and I'm going to be working on 31 projects. You heard me, folks. One project a day. The wheel picked them all. I did the wheel spinny on my phone, and it picked a project for each day. There is not going to be a specific stitch limit or anything like that on these projects. It's just going to be do what I can on that project that day, and then at the end of December I will obviously do a recap and show you guys everything that got done, because I will do that day I'll take a screenshot of where the project started, and then at the end of the month I'll take a picture of where that project finished. So then when we do the end of Dimensions December, like on the 1st of New Year's, or like the 1st of January on New Year's Day, I can probably do a video of like, this is where we were at with Dimensions December. This is how far we got, and then kind of like segue that into a whip parade for 2025. What do you think? I think that sounds good. All right, so This is gonna be a minute because I gotta try to track down all my projects and figure out what is where. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what the projects are, where we're at right now, just to kind of show you. So December 1st, we're gonna be doing Wolf, which is Dimensions Gold Petites. And I'll try to kind of cruise through these so you guys don't have to, you know what I mean. And that is where this one's starting at. So we already have an eye. So now this one does also, I'm not going to show it every day. This one comes out on the 1st of December. And it also comes out on the 27th and the 28th of December. So 3 days throughout December, I'll be working on Wolf. I just got a text message from my mother-in-law going, I think I'm going to go to bingo tonight. After her and I had a lengthy discussion about how much money we've been spending on bingo. So, Wolf. All right, the next one that is going to be getting work on this during December is my Elegant Geisha, another Gold Collection Petite. She is the Dimensions kit that I have right now that is closest to being finished. So, you know, my goal through December is to try to get as much done on her as I can when she's called. So from what I'm seeing, she's called on the 2nd of December and the 22nd of December. So 2 days of December, I'm going to try to do as much as I can. And that is currently where she is at. I'm just gonna hold my book up so you guys can, there. That is currently where she's at. So she's, you know, she's not, you know, it's not that much left, really, realistically. I could probably do it. Not in 2 days, but I can get her as close to finished in those 2 days as possible. Assuming, you know, those days leading up to Christmas is not a complete write-off. But we'll see what we can do. Get in there, you. Why are you struggling? You're gonna hear zippers this time, guys. I apologize. Okay, so for December, words. I'm struggling today. Okay, December 3rd. I think this is the only day that this project actually got called. This one is Wolf Kiss. And that is also, this is a regular Dimensions kit, which is going to be on the other side. Where are you? There you are. This one has not seen my channel in quite some time. This is Wolf Kiss. I love this one a lot, and I don't know why I'm not working on it. It's beautiful. And it made me emotional just now. I don't know what. Okay. Where am I on this one? Oh my gosh, I am, well. Hey! A needle mender that I forgot all about. This fabric has got some hoop marks on it, which is not great. How do I, oh. You know what? I'm going to try to fold it over. Because this black background is just there. That's where this one is at. So we're really just starting with a wolf there. This wolf's snout. So yeah, not too far on that one. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's got some like white marks on it from Q-snaps and hoops and stuff. I don't know. Hope it comes out, because that would be a tragedy if it didn't. Travesty. It would suck. So, yeah, that's one of my older whips. Haven't probably seen that one since like 2016. Yeah. So that's only got 1 day. The next one is White Lightning. This one is this one's going to be bittersweet, and it's going to make me emotional, so just bear with me a minute. Okay, this is White Lightning. I'm pretty sure this is a retired Dimensions kit because it's I don't ever see it. I'm pretty sure this one was called twice, for the 4th of December and also the 20th of December. And that is what this one looks like. And I'm sorry. Grief hits you in the weirdest ways, doesn't it? Okay. Anyway, this is White Lightning, and I started this years ago to be a gift for my dad. Because as you guys might know, I did start Tiger Family in the Jungle originally for my dad. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm fine. Because tigers, he just loves tigers. And I'm gonna segue just half a second, because I don't know if I've ever showed this on my channel before or not. Several years ago, I stitched Cozy Cub for my father, and I apologize for the glare, but I did stitch this for my dad several years ago, and my God, why? He kept this at my grandma's with him, kept it at his bedside table every day when he was working away from home. And after my dad passed away, my mom made sure I got it back. So yeah, my dad loves tigers and loved tigers. And so yeah, anything that I have now that's tigers that I stitch is going to be in memory of him. So good golly. All right, enough of me crying on. Oh good lord, this was back in the days of masking tape. Look at this. See, I'm masking tape the edges. I could not tell you which way is up on this thing. I honestly don't know. Let me see. I have a feeling it's this way. Or is it this? No, I think it might be this way. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's as far as I am on this one. I really should have brought my board out for you guys so that you could see a little bit, there we go, a little bit better as to how much I have done. So this hasn't been worked on in a very, very long time. So this one will be stitched in memory of my dad, and gosh, back in the day, I'll tell you what. Back in the day when I first started stitching this, I had no idea about putting like knots and stuff in the backs. There's so many knots back here. Look at this. Yikes. Oh my god, yikes. Okay. I am so sorry, guys. I was not expecting to get that emotional. Or emotional at all, honestly. Grief is weird, right? My dad's been gone for almost 2 years. This Christmas he'll be gone 2 years, and it's just, whew, okay. Moving on. The next one is Garden Gate. Now this one might make me emotional too, because this was supposed to be a gift from my mom. And now, of course, you know, when you say you're going to make a gift for somebody, and then you proceed to like put it off and put it off and put it off. The amount of times my mom hounded me to stitch this for her so that she could hang it in the bathroom. And that's not done still. This was supposed to be a Mother's Day gift for her like 6 or 7 years ago, okay? Don't give me a deadline. Don't ever give me a deadline, because it just, this is Garden Gate. Bittersweet stuff, I tell you. Now this one is called On December 5th, as well as No, just the December 5th. Okay, so just the one day. So I guess I'll work away on it as much as I can to try to get it done. This has got a fair amount done on it, honestly. And now this project is also, that's where this one is at currently. And yeah, it's pretty much dominantly half stitch, surprisingly. So, yeah, hopefully I can work some good progress on that. And the next time I film one of these videos, guys, I'm going to try really, really hard to bring my board out from the closet so that I can show these things properly without the light blaring through the fabric. I really apologize for that. Okay, number 6. This is December 6th, as well as the 18th. And it is Aurora Cabin. My golly. So this is going to get 2 days worth of work in December. And we're not too far on this one either, unfortunately. That's kind of where we're starting at. So pretty sad, pretty pathetic, but that's where we're starting at. So, I've already got a lot of the upper part of this backstitched. So, yeah. Hoping to get some good work on that one as well. So again, 2 days through December for that one. Alright, another one that hasn't seen my channel probably in a couple of years, probably since 2021, I would say, maybe. And this one is the Dolphins domain. Now this one has not seen work since the time that I did my stitch along for Winter the Dolphin. If you guys remember that I did that. I guess she's been gone now for about 3 years. Didn't she die in November? I feel like she died in November. Part of me wants to Google that now. But I can't because I'm using my phone to film. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just in November. Excuse me. But this is where I currently am on this one. So we've got we've got 2 dolphins finished on this one, and there's 4 dolphins in the whole project. So I've done 3 out of 4 dolphins, and yeah. Lots of half stitch in this one as well. So this one has December 7th and December 25th. So this one will get work on Christmas Day. Something caught my throat. So that's that one. Oh, better put the cover photo back in here. I apologize for the zipping, guys, but everything's got to go back where it belongs. Number 8, December the 8th, as well as December the 8th and December the 31st is going to be Japanese Garden. Beautiful piece. This one doesn't have a ton started on it either. Kind of when you miss your needle minders, you really find out where they go when you pull out all your work that you haven't worked on in ages. So that's where I'm at with that one so far. Now you guys will actually probably see a lot of these during Flossmas, because I'm going to do that this year. So you guys are going to see these projects quite a bit. Alright. So for December 9th, as well as December the 24th, we are going to be working on Magnificent Wizard. I don't like Dimensions kits. What are you talking about? This one will probably, when it's finished, hang in the basement in Larry's man cave because he loves dragons. So, always try to, especially for the black one. That's where we're starting at with that one. So 2 days worth of work for this guy. A lot of these actually get like 2 days worth of work through the whole month, so that's kind of nice. There might be like 1 or 2 that only get a day, which isn't too bad. Alright, the next one is a Dimensions kit that is, again, several years old, which I personally did not start myself. This one was one that my mom started when I was teaching her how to cross stitch. I'm going to attempt to finish it. I don't know if all the supplies are here or if all of her counting is right or not or whatever. But this is Who's Watching Whom. And this is a kit that I actually have not really ever seen outside of when my mom got her hands on it. I've never ever seen this one ever, like not on eBay, not on any, you know, buy and sell groups, nothing. Like I've never seen this one before. So I really like the image, and my mom did a really good job starting the project. She really actually started working on like the bottom half. So that's, you know, that's my mom's start on this one. So let's all cross our fingers that her counting and everything was good at the time, and I can finish this for her eventually. So yeah, that one will be an emotional piece as well when the time comes to work on it. Oh, I guess I better put the cover photo back in the front so I know what project is what here. Alright, the next one is Wolf Trio. Now this one is technically a Creative Accents kit, but Creative Accents is a branch of Dimensions, so I'm counting it. This one hasn't been worked on probably since like 2014. She's an old one. And I'm honestly not very far on this one either. I think I have like the very tip of a wolf's snout. And that's all she's got. That's as far as I am on that one. So, yeah, we'll try to get some work on this one as well. Gosh, I really had startitis back in the day too, so I've really not changed much. I've just changed gears into what I like and don't like, and now that there's more options out there than just Dimensions, you know. So, Wolf Trio gets 2 days. The 11th of December and also the 23rd of December, and the Who's Watching Whom only gets the 1 day. Alright, number 12. This is one that I just did a start on years ago when I filmed my very first Stitch with Me. So if you've been with me since that very time, you might remember this one. Though you might not. I'm going to just show this, hopefully it doesn't glare. This is the Woodland Enchantress. Oh yeah, we're going to get glare. She's a very, obviously, back in the day, she's a very popular design and everybody wanted to stitch her. That's my start. That's where she's at. So not very far at all. We'll put some stitches in her. It's just some mixed colors there. Woodland Enchantress only gets the 1 day. No, she gets the 12th and the 14th. My apologies. So that is that one. The 13th gets, where are out of here, come on. My Marin Full piece. So this Marin Full gets the 13th of December and also the 21st of December. And I have worked on this since my last video, but there really wasn't a ton to show, so I didn't really show it in my update because I knew I'd be showing it here anyways. That's where I'm starting at, and the only progress since my last update is just a little bit of this yellow in the background there. So that's where she is starting at. So again, she gets the 2 days. The 14th is the Woodland Enchantress, which I already stated. The 15th. The 15th, as well as... No, just the 15th, I guess, is Silent Flight. This is my eagle, which, now that I think about it, has probably seen progress since last time I showed you guys. So I apologize for not showing this as part of my little like whip parade or whatever. But that's where we're starting out with this one. And so the progress since the last time you guys saw it is actually like, I'm going to fold this over again. I was kind of working in this area along the edge of the eagle's wing there. So that's that. Again, like I said, next time I'll try to remember to bring my board out of the closet so that you guys don't have to see through my fabric. It's kind of awful, isn't it? So unfortunately, that one's only getting the 1 day. The 16th of December and the 26th of December is going to be getting Rocky Point. And I got some thread and a needle here. That's as far as I am on this one. So not, it's a very modest little start. So that's where we're at on that one. Oh my gosh, now my nose is all itchy from crying earlier. Gosh. So we just have 2 more projects left, guys, and then that's it for that. The next one is on the 17th of December as well as the 29th of December. And this is going to be Asian Scene. Now, Asian Scene is a project that hasn't been out in a while. And I think the last time I worked on it, I made some errors and I got frustrated and decided to give up. And that's where I'm at on it. This is on printed Aida. See? And that is my meager little start on it. I think when I was doing this in here, I miscounted and have yet to. I'm glad I remember that I did that. That's all gonna have to come out. So, yay. So that is a project that I was gonna stitch for myself, but now might have been talked into giving it to my brother when I finish it. Our great aunt, before she died, had stitched this up and had it framed for my brother and had given it to him, and he has since misplaced it. So I might have to be giving that to him. And the last one is The Guardian. And this is getting work on the 19th of December as well as the 30th of December. And this one does not have that much of a start at all. I just started, oh my goodness, threads everywhere. I just started in the top corner, which may or may not turn out to be a complete mistake, but that's where I've started at with this one. So we'll see. We'll see how she goes. Yeah. And so that is that. That is what Dimensions December is looking like, folks. I'm crazy, I know, but a lot of these Dimensions kits haven't seen work in a really long time, and they do deserve to see some attention. So that's how that's going to roll out. And now my plans for 2025. I'll talk about this very briefly, as I kind of still have some kind of time to think about this. The first thing I want to talk about is the Heaven and Earth Designs 2025 SAL. I was going to jump on that. I was really excited. I was like, listen, them jellyfish though, Jelly World, that one really calls to me so much. But I did some inner thinking and soul searching, and I really just cannot afford to start something else that's that size. And then not only that, put pressure on myself to finish it or to, do the 4 pages or whatever. I really want to join the SAL. I really, really want to join the SAL. Firstly, I don't know if I can afford to do it. Well, it's not just that. I would need to buy fabric. And in order to buy fabric, I have to buy it online. And right now, our postal service is on strike at the moment. Canada Post is on strike. So, yeah, that makes things a little tricky and potentially more expensive. And just, spending the money on more floss, which, I just spent, $60 on threads for strength, and I'm just trying to be a little bit more mindful of purchasing and doing things that I don't really necessarily need to be doing. I'm trying to have some self-restraint, so yeah, so there's that. And but yeah, I really do want to start it, and I just can't. I have to be realistic and realize that I just showed you guys probably 15 or 20 projects plus what I showed you prior to that, so that pushes me, I probably have 30, 35, 40 whips that, Lord have mercy, when am I ever going to finish those? Certainly never if I start another Heaven and Earth Designs. Yeah. I'm thankful that I have a part-time job where I only work, maximum 4 hours a day, so that I still have lots of time for stitching, but still, it's crazy. So I just I can't. I want to do it, but I can't. So while I was telling people I'm probably doing it, I think I've changed my mind, and the 2025 SAL is just not happening for me next year, unfortunately. What is happening for me next year is focusing on finishes. It's kind of what I was hoping to do this year. I did get 3 finishes this year, which I, more than I really actually expected of myself. I finished my Blue Jays, I finished Canadian Beauty, I finished Sailor Jupiter at the beginning of the year. So that's 3 finishes, all of varying sizes, and so I think that's nothing to sneeze at. That's still something that is, it's decent, right? The projects that I really hope to finish next year, Spellbound. I want to finish her next year. Larry's Eagle, the one from Custom Crafts that I just showed you, I would like to finish that by April for his birthday. I do want to finish Sleepy Hollow next year as well. Kristen's Heaven and Earth Designs, Mini Cunning, I would like to have that finished next year to give to her for Christmas. It is possible. It's a mini. It's very possible. There's probably only 13 pages on that sucker. So if I really work hard at it, I probably could finish it for Christmas next year. If not, for her birthday for summer. If I can finish it by the end of the year and just have it sitting here waiting until her birthday, then great. My hummingbird, my little mini hummingbird, which just reminds me, I forgot to show you guys my hummingbirds. I did do work on my hummingbirds and rhododendrons, but I just didn't show it because I forgot about it. So I guess you guys might see that in my next video. I'm not sure. And what else do I want to finish next year? I probably want, if I'm going to start anything next year, it's going to be something small, because I just cannot afford to start anything else on a larger scale, obviously, because the projects that I have now, they're all fairly large, and they're all going to take a ton of work, so I just can't force myself to start anything else that's big-ish. So if I do start something, I'll probably stitch another Sailor Scout next year. Likely Sailor Mars. She's my third favorite, so we'll jump on that. Either Sailor Mars or Sailor Moon, and then Sailor Mercury is going to be the last one because she's my very least favorite. I don't know why, but she just is. So that is also a plan for next year, potentially as well. So, yeah, like very minimal new starts. I'm only going to allow myself a new start. Like I said, if I do start a new Sailor Scout, it'll probably only be after I finish like 2 or 3 other things, because I have to knock this pile down some. Because it's just getting out of control, and I cannot, like, I started way too many things this year. Way too many. And I have to have some self-control. So, which is kind of half of another reason why, I'm not on Instagram right now. So, that's a whole other story for a whole other time. This video is getting long enough. Because I never crank out hour-long videos. This is crazy for me. But yeah, so those are kind of, you know, and then next year, again, same thing. I want to at least finish a page per month on Strength by Jeff Haney. Get some more work done on Tiger Family. Not sure how much, but I do want to get more work done on Tiger Family next year as well. So that is pretty much it for me. By the end of December, hopefully I'll have a better worked out plan of what I actually plan on doing for 2025, like the projects that I really want to finish, have it all hashed out, laid out, because I am trying to get better organized. That's another reason as to why, you know, we've been so long getting another video out. I've just been working really hard, reorganizing my craft room, getting everything sorted. So, yeah. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!